to meet you.
Okay, so where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, so down south. What about you? Where are you from?
I'm from Durham, North Carolina, so very close.
Nice. How did you make your way here to UNC?
So I've literally always wanted to come to school here. I've been going to basketball games since I was a little kid. This is always what I wanted to do, so it was an easy decision. Once I got in, I applied to so many schools, but I knew that I just wanted to come here anyway. So
yeah,
it was easy.
Did your family go here?
No. Actually, my parents are both from Tanzania, so my dad came over here to do his master's and PhD and stuff, and my mom came over here after they got married. So I'm I guess me and my dad are the only ones in school here.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I applied to a bunch of schools. I really didn't expect to end up here at all, actually. I thought I was going to end up at Georgia Tech or something closer. But yeah, I toured here and I just met a lot of really great people and I felt really at home, and I just realized that if I had gone to a school that I had been thinking I was going to go to, I could really easily see what kind of person I was going to be. And I kind of wanted to not know who I was going to end up being, and I kind of wanted to explore a new city. So the fact that I felt really comfortable here from my first tour, I was like, oh, this is really cool. I'm going to try this.
That's awesome. Okay. What is a distinct happy childhood memory?
Ooh. So in Georgia, outside of Atlanta, there's a city called Stone Mountain, and it's called Stone Mountain because there is a Stone Mountain. It's more just a giant pile of granite that we call a mountain. I don't think it qualifies as a real mountain. But ever since I was really a small child, we would go and hike Stone Mountain, specifically on New Year's Day. So New Year's Day, you're supposed to start the year, off right. And my whole family would go and hike up and down Stone Mountain with family friends. And when I was younger, it would take half a day. We'd pack a lunch.
Yeah.
My brother and I would go and get lost in the rocks or whatever. But slowly as everybody gets older and more physically able, if you're not 6 anymore.
Doesn't take as long.
Yeah, we can be up and down in 45 minutes because it's not a real mountain.
Do you only have one sibling?
Yeah, I have an older brother. Yeah.
Older? Younger?
Older.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a younger brother.
So yeah, what about you? What's a happy, distinct childhood memory?
I guess something cool that my family does is every single summer, since as long as I could remember, my family goes on vacation somewhere outside of the U.S. and we rotate picking who gets to pick where we go. And so
that's so cool.
We've been to really cool places because of that. I feel I've been to more places outside of the U.S. than I have inside of the U.S.
Yeah.
But that's probably one of my favorite things that my family does together. We go for 2 weeks usually. So that's what.
Where's when you're thinking about these trips, what's the one that sticks out?
Recently we went to South Africa, which was really, really cool. Got to see the animals, and that's where my parents are from, and I haven't been to that many places that I can remember there. I've been to Kenya and South Africa, but it's, I don't know, it's just cool to go where I feel my family's from, rather than Europe, Asia, all that stuff. So I think that was probably my favorite trip thus far.
Have you been to Tanzania?
No, which is a huge bummer. I've always, I tell my parents every year, this is where I want to go. Please take me to where you're from.
Yeah.
But we had more time to do things when my brother and I were younger, but they didn't want us to not remember it because there are a bunch of trips that I don't have super distinct memories from. But as we got older and over summer, my brother and I are doing a bunch of different things, so we can't go for a long period of time. So my mom feels bad going there and not seeing all of our family, and when we just want to do the touristy stuff, she's no, but we have to see our family. So I don't know when we'll go. Hopefully soon. Okay. Who is the biggest role model in your life?
Oof. I wouldn't say that I have just one. I got to do some pretty cool stuff in high school around my community in Atlanta and like being really involved in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to work with a bunch of different organizations, and through that I met a lot of really passionate people that were just very focused and passionate about what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I worked with like a small nonprofit that like worked to educate young children and adults with disabilities, and the director of that nonprofit, her name was Paige Kubik, and she was just crazy intense about like just making sure that like they were doing everything they possibly could to like provide the best services
Mm-hmm.
for these people. So I would say it was more just like grassroots starters that are just really passionate about what they're doing and want to make an impact. My senior year, I got to work with a lot of people in like the social justice, civil rights
Mm-hmm.
kind of scene in Atlanta, which is really big.
Yeah.
In terms of activism because of the legacy that Dr. King left.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I don't know, I'm just inspired by passionate people.
Yeah.
And I have like a lot of, I don't know, like there's like 4 or 5 throughout Atlanta that I would say I respect.
Uh-huh.
One guy, Terrence Lester, he works in the nonprofit civil justice sector, bringing like transparency to homelessness.
Yeah.
And he is just like total self-starter, like
Really.
absolutely just changing the way that people think about advocacy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm really inspired by like that passion. What about you?
I don't know if mine's is that deep, but I think I would have to say, I don't like pick between my mom and my dad, but like my parents. I mean, so my parents growing up, like they didn't have as much as they'd like given to my brother and I. So I really like look up to my dad, especially because he just didn't come from a lot, like put himself through school, came to like a completely new country and like has done really well for himself. And I just feel like he did so much with so little and was just like very driven and like motivated in life. So I think that like I look up to him a lot because like that's what I aspire to be, and I have been given so like many more opportunities like so easily, as opposed to like the way he was brought up. So I don't know. I just think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like everything he's done.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Okay.
Hey, wait, I want to go.
Oh, it's your turn. Sorry.
What's the biggest challenge that you faced?
Oh God. Biggest challenge I face. I guess the biggest challenge slash like my biggest fear kind of thing is just like living up to like my parents' expectations, just like because they've done so much for me and given me so many opportunities. I feel like I want to like be successful in everything that I do, and like I don't know, it's just like living up to expectations, I guess, if that makes sense. If that's a challenge.
Yeah, that's definitely a challenge.
I don't want to like disappoint them in any way, shape. Yeah. So, what about you?
I would say I have 2, maybe like 1 mental, 1 physical.
Okay.
My junior year of high school, my like family went through a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with like my brother and like just our family situation.
Yeah.
And I was taking like a lot of really intense classes and
Mm-hmm.
trying to do like way too many things at once. So I'd say like mentally I was just in a very weird place my junior year and had to kind of push through that. It all worked out.
Yeah.
And then this past summer, summer 2018, I guess it was like a physical challenge.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and I have had this inkling towards like hiking and climbing for a long time. I started like hiking with her. I guess the Stone Mountain thing kind of spurred it, but we would just go hiking through the summers and stuff. And she got it in her head that on her bucket list was to summit Mount Kilimanjaro. So this last summer, we went to Tanzania.
Oh my gosh!
Summited Mount
I can't
Kilimanjaro.
believe you've been there, and
that's why I asked. I like feel kind of bad about that. But yeah, it was like a little bit of a physical challenge. Well, not a little bit. It was a physical challenge.
Yeah.
Training for it and then getting to go was just really, really awesome.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
I guess those are my 2 big ones. What do you want to be remembered for?
Jesus.
It's a heavy one.
What do I want to be remembered for? I think just like being, I don't know, it's like like just being a good person, being a good friend, like making a difference in someone's life, I guess. I don't know how to specifically describe that, how I would specifically do that, but I just wanted to be remembered as like a caring person, someone who puts other people before themselves, like, I don't know, a well-rounded person, I guess I would say.
That's awesome.
What about you?
I think mine's pretty similar, but I don't know, I kind of, like I said, I've been inspired by people who are like really passionate about what they do, and I think along those lines, I kind of want to be remembered as a person of substance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to be someone who will, like, whatever situation I'm in, whatever like work I'm doing, I'm like able to elevate it and like make it better. And I just want to have that reputation of someone with a little bit of, I don't know, I guess ferocity and like
yeah, that's cool.
Just person of substance, I think.
Okay, what's the most interesting thing you've learned about me?
I don't know. I think I'm mostly interested in like your traveling experience. I think that's really cool to have been able to like spend so much time out of the States and like learning about other cultures. Even if you don't remember all of them, just knowing like what the world looks like outside of North Carolina it's like really exciting.
Yeah.
So probably the fact that you've been to a lot of places. I would want to hear stories.
Yes, I have a lot.
What about me?
Well, for one, like, I definitely thought, I don't know what I thought we would have in common, but I definitely didn't think it was going to be that you've been to where my parents are from, so that's really cool. But also just, like, your experiences with the nonprofits, like, I feel like you've gained a lot, and it's kind of, like, changed you as a human being, like,
I agree.
The way, like, your perspective on the world and life, I think that's super interesting, because I feel like a lot of people do that type of work, but don't always take away as much as it seems like you have, so it's really cool.
Cool. Thanks.
Well, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.